Peace and love, everyone. It's a lovely Lex, and tonight live stream is about male trees and female trees. Now, I was supposed to go live a little bit at 11, and I end up having to work, y'all. So I had to get that money, but I'm here now, and we're about to get straight into it. I hope everyone is feeling grand tonight. I hope everyone is full of curiosity because this topic I have here today is one in a million. Now, give me a second, y'all. Now, give me a second. Okay, guys, I'm back. I know it's pretty late, but this video, um, and shit, you guys can watch it whenever you want to after it streams. So, thank you everyone for joining me. So, have y'all noticed that we don't have any female trees in our neighborhood? Our neighborhood, our cities, and our suburbs are full of male trees all across America and in countries that has also been colonized by the shadow government. Now, if y'all don't know what a male tree and a female tree is, so let me show you the difference. Okay, guys, so I am pulling on my email so I can share these slides with you. 1 second. That's not it. Okay. And that's still not it. Sorry, guys. Give me like 1 second. This is it right here. Cool. Okay, so if y'all didn't know what a female tree was, a female tree is a tree that produces fruit. So if you notice in our neighborhood, we have no female trees at all. All we have is male trees. all in our neighborhood. And if you don't believe me, especially if you're living in America right now, take a look outside your window. You will not find any fruit trees. All you're going to find is no fruit trees, which are the male trees. Now, before I even started doing my research, I observed a couple things. So, like, if we have female trees in our community, that would solve hunger completely without taking away from the taxpayers. On top of that, America would be a much healthier place if it was producing locally grown fruit instead of imported fruits from foreign countries. Now, I'm sitting up here wondering, like, wow, why would they? Because Mother Earth did not just purposely place all male trees within our cities and suburbs, that was intentionally placed by humans. And so I'm sitting here wondering why would they put all male trees instead of female trees, instead of both in our community, right? It got me thinking. So I dig deep, y'all, and I did my research. And you wouldn't believe what I found. First off, these are the dangers of not having female trees. So, first off, only having male trees in our community causes allergies and allergic asthma. Now, some of you may be thinking, how is that? Well, uh-oh. Can you guys see this? Here, I'm gonna see if I could enlarge it. More than 100 million people in the US experience various types of allergies each year. Allergies are the sixth leading cause of chronic illness. Now, these allergies are coming from the pollen. The pollen is basically like tree sperm. And if we had female trees within our environment, the pollen would get collected and it would be used as it's supposed to. But because there's no female trees in our environment, it's just loads of pollen, loads of tree sperm just floating around in the air. And that is causing the average person to get allergies. As y'all can read here, more than 100 million people in the US alone experience various types of allergies. And the main cause of them allergies is from pollen or grass. And I know that us humans was never really allergic to pollen or allergic to trees. It doesn't even sound right? But if you have too much of anything, then you could definitely form an allergy to it and it could become harmful to the body. So uh-oh, just like how water is good for you, but drinking too much water, you can die? So too much of anything is not good for you. And the overload of male trees that is purposely being planted in our cities and in our suburbs is causing these chronic illnesses and these allergies. So, how common is pollen allergy? More than 25 million Americans are allergic to pollen. Some people are allergic to tree pollen, which is in the air in spring. Others have problem with grass pollen, which is more of a summertime issue. Still, others have trouble with weed pollen, which is common in the fall. So, more than 25 million Americans are allergic to tree pollen. That's a large number, y'all. And trees are like our friends. They help with the carbon and everything. So the fact that we're having an allergic reaction towards these trees makes me think that these trees aren't even real. Yeah, they're male trees, but at this point, they might not even be like real trees because they're causing sickness upon the world and they're purposely planted there. So my eyebrows are raised um, a lot on this subject, guys, because this is very interesting. Um, Having male trees only causes the air quality to be bad. So, guys, I actually found the article that I'm about to pull up and read to you. So, just like it takes a male and female to create another human, it takes both the male and female tree to cleanse the carbon out the air and create a fresh and healthy air quality. Now, since the female tree has been removed from the ecosystem, then, you know, we're not getting, our air is not being cleaned at the best rate that it can be just because sorry guys, I don't know what happened. Let me bring everything back up. Okay, guys. So, yes, it takes both male and female tree to clean the air. So, our air quality is not the best just because we removed the female tree from the ecosystem. Now, I'm going to read you this article from AmericanForest.org, and this is their study, the important relationship between forest and air. We all have heard it. We need oxygen from trees to survive. It's the primary campaign from tree lovers around the world to our quest to save the forest. However, although oxygen is important for survival, it is not the only air quality improvement maneuver for which trees should be praised. A lesser known yet equally interesting feature of trees is how they cool air through evapotranspiration. As trees transpire, they release water into the atmosphere through their leaves. As the water changes state from liquid to vapor, the surrounding air is cooled, similar to how we sweat. This effect is especially beneficial in urban areas where heat is trapped by concrete and asphalt surfaces and can make your summer days unbearably hot, especially in recent years where global temperatures have spiked. Trees can offset increased temperatures on a local scale. Y'all hear that? So I basically just read that global warming is not only being caused by, gases and fumes that humans are creating, but from the lack of trees and female trees in our community. Then it says here, as trees transpire, they release water into the atmosphere through their leaves. As the water changes from liquid to vapor, the surrounding air is cooled, similar to how we sweat. As above, so below, right there. Perfect example. Another way trees can benefit urban areas and make it easier for us to breathe is through particulate matter capture. Forests can improve public health greatly by catching dust, ash, pollen, and smoke on their leaves, keeping it out of your lungs. But particulate matter is not the only atmospheric pollution from which trees protect us. Trees are sinks for other harmful pollutants such as nitrogen oxide, ammonia, and ozone, which can all cause respiratory problems from repeated exposure. Although ozone deflects harmful UV rays in the upper atmosphere, ground level ozone is very dangerous and is linked to asthma. These are effective air filters by design, filtering out not only gases that are harmful to humans, but also harmful to the Earth ecosystem as a whole. Carbon dioxide is one of the most harmful greenhouse gases, and filtering carbon dioxide out of the air is what trees do best. Throughout its lifetime, a tree pulls carbon dioxide from the air and turns it into sugar through photosynthesis, releasing oxygen in the process. This sugar is used to build organic matter in the trunk, roots, leaves, branches, and flowers. This accumulation acts as carbon sink, which offsets accumulations of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. However, trees cannot help us in this manner if they are left to rot or burn. When a tree is cut down or burnt, the carbon does not just go away, but most of the carbon the tree has captured throughout its lifetime is also released back into the air as carbon dioxide, reversing its lifetime work, capturing greenhouse gases. Wow, that's crazy. If trees are left behind to rot from logging, not carbon dioxide, but methane, a greenhouse gas roughly 30 times as potent as carbon dioxide, will be released into the atmosphere from decomposers. Reckless deforestation around the world accounts for 15% of global emissions of these heat trapping gases, a dangerous level that has potential to be lowered. These are the protectors of Earth. However, it is our turn to protect them. To learn more about the relationship between forest and air, visit our Elements of Forest webpage. Help us protect our forests by joining in the conversation using hashtag We Need Forests on social media. Wow, family. Like, wow, that's crazy. So if you cut down a tree or even burn a tree, it reverses what it needs to be doing for the ecosystem and creates methane. I didn't even know that, y'all. Like, that's crazy. And we up here cutting down all these trees. We cut down trees to make logs, and then we burn these logs, and these logs is already turning into methane by being cut down. So now we're burning methane. Like, y'all, come on now. We need to get it together. This is crazy. So that alone is why our air is so messed up, y'all. We don't have the equal trees of male and female in the ecosystem to collect the dust in the cities, to collect all the nanoparticles in the city and turn it back into carbon. This is crazy, y'all. So, not only is the lack of female trees causing bad air quality, but it is 15% of global warming. So we're sitting up here thinking, oh, global warming is coming from cars and factories and burning coal, when 15% of global warming is happening because we're cutting down trees and we're not planting female trees. And that's something to think about. And let's get back to the slide. Okay, y'all. So now we have all these male trees in our neighborhood, no female trees. All this pollen is going to cause allergies. And when you get these unnatural allergies, you do what? You go to the doctor and you get a prescription. So it's like They're setting all this up to send you to the hospital to get these deadly prescriptions. Now, these are the side effects of the first generation of allergy medicines: drowsiness, dry mouth, dry eyes, blurred or double vision, dizziness, headaches, lower blood pressure, mucus thickening in the airways. Y'all, these allergy medicines is causing inflammation and mucus within your airway, and it's supposed to help you breathe. It's supposed to help you get better, and it's not. Rapid heart rate, difficulty urinating, and constipation. I know y'all can't really see that at the bottom, but yeah, that's what they say. So these are the side effects of your first generation allergy medicine. And over time, if you continue to use these allergy medicines, such as Benadryl and so on, you will have these side effects from long term uses, which is stomach ulceration, cataract formation, reduced mineral contact of the bones, resulting in weaker fracture prone bones, muscle weakness, hyperglycemia, delayed growth when used in children, and increased blood pressure. So it's crazy, y'all, how they are purposely putting male trees in our environment so we can get these allergies, so we can go get this medicine that they make for us that is potentially deadly, you know? So all of it is a setup. Our whole environment is a setup at this point. Nothing is real, not even nature. You think you looking outside and you looking at, you know, what Mother Earth created when you're really looking at trees and bushes and grass that man put there. I'm convinced that everything I see now, man has put there. Mother Earth had nothing to do with it. And man put that there to manipulate and downplay humanity, other man, you know? This is just mind blowing, y'all. So, on top of them allergies and the deadly medicines, tree pollen causes asthma. So, let me read this here for y'all. Allergy induced asthma is triggered by airborne substances such as tree pollen, mold spores, cockroach waste, or particles of skin and dried saliva shedded by pet dander. When to see a doctor, seek emergency treatment. Severe asthma attacks can be life threatening. So, you can actually contract asthma through these allergies from the pollen. So over time, if you continue to get allergies, them allergies are going to turn into asthma. And asthma attacks can be really life threatening. So now breathing has become life threatening. Like what the fuck is going on? Since when is breathing life threatening? And it's life threatening because we keep planting male trees, causing allergies within the humans. Yeah, I'm in Michigan right now, and every time I drive on the freeway, I see nothing but baby male trees planted all alongside the freeway. They're literally trying to take us out. So, parents of the UK, of a UK teen who died from allergic asthma, are sharing his story in hopes to prevent more deaths from the condition. But pollen, can a pollen allergy really lead to death? It's very common for pollen to trigger allergic reactions and asthma episodes. It's the asthma that can be life threatening. According to Kenneth Mendez, President and CEO of the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America, about 10 people per day die from asthma in the United States. Mendez told Healthline, if a person has allergic asthma, then an allergen such as pollen can trigger an asthma attack. So this is one of their ways, family, that they're depopulating us. This is one of their ways that they're attacking us biologically. Because at this point, I don't even think that these trees that they're planting is real. And the pollen alone causes 10 deaths per day. That's insane. 10 deaths is not a lot compared to, 1 second, family. So, yes, 10 deaths is not a lot compared to the deaths that happen by, you know, police or um, same race crime. But this is happening. These deaths, these 10 people per day, are dying because of the toxic ecosystem that we live in, that is purposely being built upon us. So, that's really something to look at, y'all, because it don't have to be like this. It don't have to be so toxic. I feel like if we all knew what was going on, we could all take action into rebuilding our environment the way it's supposed to be, you know? So that's so crazy, y'all. 10 people a day die from asthma attacks that's triggered by pollen, allergic reactions to pollen. And all that can be avoided if we would just put some female trees in our environment, in the community, where this extra pollen can get collected. And not only get collected, but used to transform fruit, for the animals, for the humans. Like, a lot of this can be avoided, but a lot of this is happening intentionally because we're being attacked right now. So it's really time to wake up, family, and pay attention to what's going on around you. So I'm moving a little fast, moving a little fast. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna read a couple things for you, and then we can get back to the slide. Hey family, I'm back. So, my bad, I needed to take a little break, hit the blunt real quick. And yes, that's weed I'm talking about. So, we talked about the asthma that this pollen causes and the allergies that it causes and the deadly medicines that they supply for these allergies. Now, as I mentioned earlier, if we had female trees in our environment, that would end hunger completely in America and in other countries that's been colonized by the shadow government. It would end hunger completely and the environment would be much healthier. On top of that, did y'all know that most of America fruit is imported from other countries? Now, yes, it's good to trade and, do business with other countries. But when it comes to your food and food being imported, you don't know what that country is using to grow this food. You don't know what the regulations are. And only 1% of the food that's imported into America is inspected by the FDA. Only 1%, family. So that means that the other 99% could have all types of foreign viruses on it, bugs, things that's not from our environment. Um, Imported foods, they're just not regulated by the FDA. So that's something we don't want to deal with for real. It'd be best if we just grew our food locally so we know where our food is coming from, um, what's being used to grow that food, and etc. That would also save us a lot of money if we grew our food here. We wouldn't use so much money on importing food from other countries, and we wouldn't use so much money to send them countries for their food if we just grew our own. But for some reason, America government do not want to grow its own food. And I'm not saying we don't grow our own food at all, but all of America's farms is owned by big companies and put in secluded areas away from the public. So it's not like the public have access to these fruits and vegetables at all times. It's still controlled by big companies. So it'd just be much better if we grew our own things, family, and stop putting our livelihood and our vital food in the hands of these criminals. So y'all, I'm checking down the list, seeing what we talked about so far. We talked about allergies and asthma, the air quality being bad, the imbalance of energy with the animals and the people, and how imported foods are not regulated. So, the last point on my list tonight is the attack on the female. Now, one thing I realized with the lack of female trees in the community is that the colonizers are attacking the female in the whole. If you think about it, guys, chickens are females, cows are females, and we eat mostly cows. You don't really hear anything about us eating bulls, you know? That's the male version of the cow. Yeah, we eat turkey, but not as much as chicken. And if anybody want to debate me on that, we could definitely debate. But female chickens, the cows are females. Human women are being attacked every day. And then our trees, our female trees, which is the ones that produce fruits, are being attacked and stripped away from our environment. So clearly, the shadow government has something against the womb. They have something against female energy, the feminine spirit, where they're trying to completely destroy it and cause an imbalance within this time matrix. So, upon these realizations, I have a solution for us. We can start planting female trees within the cities, everywhere. We can start planting female trees in our neighborhoods, in the suburbs. The thing is, y'all, we don't have to wait for our government to plant these female trees. We don't have to wait for our government to give us permission. We don't need permission from anyone but the self to take action, you know? So, and now it's time to just plant some trees so the generations after us and above us can have a good air quality and have an abundance of fruit and food at their fingertips. Again, we don't need permission from anyone to make the world that we live in a better place. That being said, family, I'm about to tap out of here. Peace, love, light, and awareness to every one of you guys. Go ahead and check me out on Instagram and donate to your girl because I do this research all on my own. Share this video, like this video, subscribe to our channel. My bad, y'all. I'm smoking that good. And stay woke, family. Peace.